Remember this $200 Yamaha Aerox? This thing was non-running, it was neglected and left for dead in a storage cage. Wow, look at this guy. We've got the disc brakes on the rear, we've got the disc brakes on the front. This is it. In the last video, we think we found the problem. It wasn't a fuel issue. It wasn't that it had no spark. And because we had a broken key, we couldn't open the fuel tank, we couldn't put any fuel in it, which meant the bike was never gonna run. But today, we've got the big Aerox up on the workbench, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to stop guessing what's wrong with it. It's time to find out and get stuck right in. All right, before we go any further, progress has been made. But you might remember back in the original video of this bike, I did show you guys I had some replacement panels. So it is time now to see if these replacement panels here are gonna fit, or do I need to reconsider some of my life choices?
Fitting aftermarket body panels is normally an exercise in much frustration and creative swearing. Broken tabs, holes that don't line up, the usual. But these ones, they were pretty decent actually. They went on with a minimal amount of hatred and a minimal amount of foul language.
Alrighty, now that we've got all these aftermarket panels fitted and confirmation that they fit well, that means the build can officially start to commence. We're going to strip this bike back down to its underpants. We're going to get access to the motor. We're going to pull the motor out. We're going to start prepping that for the Stage6 70cc RT cylinder kit, and hopefully that will make somewhere around 21-23 horsepower. So this is where we start the official build on this bike. All right guys, the bike, all the bodywork that we need off it to get the engine out is out, but it has revealed a few little surprises. Check this out. The first thing that I noticed is we are looking at a brand new carburetor and a brand new intake boot. Not only that, there is some sort of pod filter there. But that is not it. That is not it. There is another surprise. Look at this. That is an Athena cylinder kit. Now it looks like it's been on there for some time because it's a little bit dirty and stuff. So it's been used. We're now this much closer to pulling the engine out of this Yamaha Aerox. We only have a small few little things to do from here. We do have to undo the engine mount, which is right there, undo the shock absorber, and then it is ready to get out. But on this bike has hydraulic disc brake at the back. So the plan is, I'm going to try and undo the caliper from the caliper mount and leave the caliper sitting with the frame. That way, when it comes to rebleeding these brakes, it is a whole lot easier and less for me to deal with. So that's where we're going to go next. pretty confident. One more pull, and I think the engine's gonna be free. Yes! Hopefully we can jack up the frame and it's free of the engine. Yes! Yes! It works! We have a free engine. All right, team, the engine is out, and I've got to say it cleaned up really, really well. A bit of a degreaser, a bit of parts cleaner. This thing is looking $1,000,000. But we made a couple of discoveries on the way. So the first thing that we discovered is this Aerox had a brand new carburetor in it. Now, it's nothing special. It has no brand names on it, so I'm going to say it's either an AliExpress or an Amazon one, but it's really small. It's only around 12.5 millimeters across, so it's tiny. But I do know it's brand new. Even the choke lead is got no dirt on it. We also discovered that it has a brand spanking new ignition coil on it as well. Again, it has no name on it. And then we discovered the motor itself has had some work on it too. It has an Athena cylinder kit. Now we don't know, is it the 50cc or is it the big bopper 80? In a minute, we're about to find out. Now the weird thing is, the original owner of this Aerox had told me that this bike hadn't run in over a year. Remember, I only paid $200 for this entire Yamaha Aerox. All right, I'm gonna call bullshit on that because with the cylinder kit, the carburetor, the upgrades that this bike's had, surely the original owner would have mentioned that and potentially got themselves some more money for the sale. I'm going to say they had no idea that this stuff was even in the bike. Otherwise, I would have heard about it.
It's the moment of truth. Let's crack open this CVT cover and see what secrets lie within. Are we about to find more aftermarket goodness, or perhaps Yamaha boring?
So there you go, it did have some goodies in it. It's pretty lucky. We have a brand new Polini variator with Polini rollers. It does have a drive face. It is brand new. It doesn't have a brand name on it. I'm gonna say it's some sort of aftermarket one. It does have a brand new clutch. So we've got a brand new clutch bell, some sort of aftermarket clutch. So again, I'm gonna say this stuff is off AliExpress. But the good thing is it does have a brand new torque driver, which is always handy. The other bonus is it's got a brand new belt. It's a Polini belt.
It's time to find out what we have. Is this just the Athena 50cc, or has someone been a little more generous and fitted a 70 or even an 80cc kit? There's only one way to know. Let's crack it open.
All right. I don't know how to say it, guys. So we've got the cylinder head off. We've just measured the cylinder and it's coming in at 47.5 millimeters. That means this is the 80cc cylinder kit, and that means that has to be the long stroke crank because you can't put that cylinder kit on a stock crank.
Hold on there, champion. It turns out you can. Unbeknown to me at the time, there is a 70cc kit that can go straight on the stock crank. Anyway, now we know.
It needs a long stroke. Has this bike just become the bargain of the century? All right, I think my excitement may have been for nothing. I've found an issue. All right. I don't know if it's showing on the camera, but it looks like someone didn't put the gudgeon pins in properly because, yes, you should be able to see that there. You should be able to see that. All right, team, this is it. This is the official start to this Yamaha Aerox water-cooled project. Today, it's been massive. We've stripped it entirely down. We've test fitted the aftermarket panels and they are a success. They fit nice and well. We stripped out the motor and we made a couple of discoveries. We found out that someone had been there before us. They put a carburetor in it. It had an Athena cylinder kit, which got us excited. So we stripped out the CVT. We found all sorts of aftermarket goodies. Unfortunately, the person there before us can't put the circlips in on the gudgeon pins and destroyed this beautiful cylinder kit. Next time, we're going to strip apart this engine. We're going to rebuild it. This is going to go from 3 horsepower to around 23 horsepower with a Stage6 RT70 build. It is going to be insane. Make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss a thing, and I will see you on the next episode.